Hi, it's Wendy with Handmade by WD, and I'm doing another quick tutorial. It's a card tutorial with product that I purchased from Stampers Inc. And just something that you should know is that everything you see me using I have purchased, and I'm doing this on my own to promote a great shop that I've gone to for the last 2 years, and I think they do an excellent job of helping their customers and giving great classes, great chances to try different products. They're more than willing to help you out when you have a question or if you have an idea, and just to have fun. And I think it's a great store, and they like to take and help their people out, their customers. And I meant to do this project last week. Unfortunately, I'm looking for something. Unfortunately, I've had to do some major spring cleaning. I had one of my mother-in-laws coming in, but there's been a change of plan due to a family issue, so she won't be coming down, which is fine. I was kind of looking forward to it. In other words, I was kind of dreading it. I actually have two mother-in-laws, and one is my husband's birth mother, of course, and then he has a stepmother, and it was a stepmother coming down, and sometimes I want to tell her to just stop, perch, and take some deep breaths. Because sometimes it feels like she's going 100 miles an hour. The other one, she is very nice and everything, and she is flaky in her own way too. So, but I love them both, and I think they're great. And I need to bring up, oh, come on, where's my Google? Because I wanted to tell you about some stuff that's going on at Stampers Inc. We're going to be making this card here in just a moment. Why is it you can never find what you want when you want it? That's alright. I can go here. I had my little doohickey. There it is. They've got some great classes coming up. Like I said, I wanted to take and do this last week, but like I said, life got in the way. And more. Okay, there we go. I wanted to bring in their okay, I'm going to have to go somewhere else. I wanted to bring up their, there it is, current class schedule. Like I said, I wanted to do this last week, but like I said, life got in the way. There we go. In fact, the night I'm on doing this. They had Amy Flowers there today. And let's go to class calendar. They had Amy Flowers today. And then, let's see, in April they have a new person coming whose name is Jen Starr. And that's April 25th. And then May 30th, they have Nancy Curry. And on June 13th, they have Sally Lynn McDonald. So these are people they are bringing in to do special classes. And on Jen's classes, she's a mixed media artist. Her last name is spelled S-T-A-R-R, and she'll be there for April 24th and 25th. She's going to do the Beauty of Inca Gold Canvas. And believe me, that's pretty. That is very pretty. You're going to use Inca Gold 3D stamp paste, modeling cream, and glitter pens. And incorporate some of the brand new layer dies from Tim Holtz. And some of the newest stencils from the Crafters Workshop. Then they're going to do a mixed media canvas. Use a variety of mist and paints from Art Anthology. Beautiful mediums from Viva Decor. And then there's also going to be a butterfly pennant. You'll be working with mist and her line of dimensional crystal paints from Art Anthology, as well as goodies from Viva Decor. So this is Jen Starr, and if you want to check their class schedule out and see class samples and class descriptions and everything, go to www.stampersinc.net, not .com, .net, and you'll be able to see what they have. We're going to make this card, and I notice it's a little high up there in that, but like I said, this is my sample card. I send it to a sister. They don't know the difference. What we're going to be using is this stamp set from Cornish Heritage Farms, which is one of Tanya's stamp lines. And this is Rummage Bin. And it has a lot of service-related stamps on there. Also, she's got a brand new stamp line coming out of I believe it's Phrases. And that she just posted it on Facebook. Excuse me. But, let me see if I can get into that Facebook page. I don't remember which Facebook page I'm on. Okay. It's got to be on my other one. Favorites, there we go. Go back. Well, yes, whenever you want to do something, you can never do it quickly. But, no, that's not what I want. Okay. But no, so my mother-in-law is not coming down, but we're still doing some. Log into another account. Come on. There you go. Come on. You should have that. Log in. Oh, it figures. I think I had an issue getting into this one, and I changed my password, and I always forget that I changed my password. Do you guys have that problem? But like I said, she always brings in designers and that to teach. I know Diane Reevely has been there several times. In fact, I think last year she was there 3 times. For some reason, 3 times sticks in my mind. Might have been 2. I'm thinking it was 3. And if you've never taken a class from Diane Reevely, you want to take a class from her. It is a hoot. Okay, now I got it. Alright. Please bear with me. That should be right. Okay, well that's loading so I can find what that new line is. So these are all red rubber stamps, so you will have to cut them out yourself with a craft knife. Just take it slow and steady. Now for the card, you need 1/2 of an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So this is 4 1/4 by 11. Trying to make sure I stay in camera here. I got my camera a little lower than I normally like it, and that is just folded in half. And then if you didn't know, today was actually Down Syndrome Day, and I have a grandniece who has Down syndrome, and she's a sweetie. You're going to need, because I'm using black cardstock, I'm using white for my accent. I have one piece that's 4 1/2 by 3 1/4, one piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and then one piece that's 5 1/8 by 4. So what I'm going to do first is this 5 1/8 by 4, because that is going on the inside of my card. I don't know where I found this little silicone mat. It was in my stuff. And I'm going to use VersaFine in black onyx. And I've cut out the Missing You stamp out of that stamp set. And that is going to be my sentiment in the card. And I'm going to try and center it the best I can. Now, I'm going to set that to the side so I don't bump it. Don't do anything to it. As I've mentioned before, I get a little impatient with my ink, and I start playing with it before it's dry. So I've been trying to make a very conscious effort to. But no, my grandniece, it's called Trisomy 13, and she 2 or 3? I think she's 3 now. But basically my niece is raising her by herself. The father visits and everything, but there's been a little bit of bad blood in there. Now I'm going to take my small piece, which measured 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Put that on my mat. Now I've got this. This is kind of like the front of a postcard or front of an envelope. And what I liked about that is on my sample one, I put in the return, I put your friend and to the two I put my friend, so. And you don't have to put anything in there, but I thought it was kind of nice to put something like that in there. Alright, so we're going to stamp this. And I'm using my small stamp press. I found my Martha Stewart one. Woohoo! The only problem with this, it's small. And it's hard to get the big ink pads in there. But if you use the smaller ones, that works really good. And it's really good for small. I didn't get that up where I wanted it. Okay, let's erase this back. That's wrong. Okay. You always have 2 chances to stamp. So, and I wanted it up a little, I wanted it up and a little more centered. And because I'm having to use a stamp pad, I can't really see all my grids. But I'm trying to line it up the best I can. And I got Poppy sitting here very patiently, knowing that she'll get her treats every now and then. Mittens is terrorizing downstairs. Kind of surprised she's not up here, because you know, it seems like every time I'm on camera, Mittens comes and wants to put on a show. So let's see how this one turns out. I hear her. We got her a new collar, and it has a bell on it, and I put her tag on it, so we really know where she is. Needs to come up. This one looks a little better. Okay. I definitely want to buy a Misty. The most incredible stamping tool invented. But anyways, so we'll put that to the side. That looks good. I like where that is at. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Now, I'm going to get the rest of my card pieces ready. On all my pieces, I'm using the stub of this We Are Memory Keepers punch. This is the stub and deco. I'm using the stub portion. And the reason why I'm doing that is because this is like a missing you card, haven't seen you in quite a while. Let's get together somehow, some way. This way it makes everything looks like a ticket, so that they know, hey, maybe I need to come and visit. And the thing is, I am clipping everything, including my card base. Alright, I need to clip my other white. Yeah, well, it's alright. I think I'm going to add a little bit of baker's twine to that one. Now I have this piece of paper, designer paper, and it is from Paper Studio, Proud to Serve. And yes, it's very patriotic and everything, but I did find that piece there that it wasn't overtly, and it works, because I really kind of wanted this card to have a little more of a masculine feel than I want it to have either a masculine or neutral feel to it, because it's so easy to make feminine cards. It's so easy to make kids cards, but it's hard to make masculine cards. So this one, with this paper, I felt it was a lot more gender neutral, leaning more towards the masculine side. So I'm going to take the white cardstock with my Missing You sentiment. Make sure I'm in frame here. And center that in the center. Then we gotta do some layering. Okay, so that's my bottom piece. I'm gonna layer my designer paper, and you could use any paper to do this. I just wanted to have a pop of color because I was using a black base, and I needed something that would kind of go with it. Now I could have gone with a dark gray, I could have gone with a dark maroon, a dark gold, I could have gone with a brown, and I'm forgetting something. Yes, I am. Okay, I forgot to do something. Hopefully, yes. Okay. And this is kind of a simple card, so well, that not good. Okay, I'm going to have to recut my base. But I think I have one that I can use. Okay. Alright, I screwed up. I am not perfect. I never... I am using Pumice Stone Distress Ink. And I did... See here, I see this, warts and all. I distressed the edges. And a big reason why I did that was to kind of soften it. You know, add a little bit to it. And I have, this one will work. It's not cut. Nope. Pardon me. Poppy, it's your fault. You're staring at me. Just looking at me like, what did I do? Figures. That's a brand new blade in there. This is what I do when I get the little stragglers. I just run my scissors right along it. And just kind of nip them off. You know, it reminds me of those fuzzy balls you used to get on, or you get on sweaters sometimes. These cards are going to sisters anyway, so. I'll clean that up later. Okay. So let's chomp this, make sure I got the right side. I don't know about anybody else, but I saw robins. That means winter is done. I've seen robins. In fact, I think we have several robins that come back every year because it seems like they're always the same ones. Alright, so let's put this one back down. Like I said, this is going to a sister. They don't craft, they don't notice the stuff. So, and I'll clean up that edge later. So we got that done. So on the front, again, I'm gonna, whoops. I'm gonna take in, with the pumice stone. And what I'm doing really is I'm just softening this white so that it's not quite so harsh. I mean, black and white cards, oh, they're gorgeous. But sometimes you want to soften it a little bit. And I had black soot. That was a little too dark. Vintage photo. Was it the Twigs one? All those browns, they didn't fit. Then I saw, and I thought, I need a gray. And I knew that he had one kind of gray one, which is, oh, now I know what. Okay, it's one of those nights. Just a reminder to new crafters, stuff will not stick if you do not put glue on it. So, this is going to be a hilarious video. Okay. And when I send the link to Tanya and her and Dolores watch it, they're both going to be laughing, and I'll hear about it when I next come in. But that's okay. Alright, so we got that down. Now, I also edged this paper to kind of hide the white backing on the edges. And this pumice stone just softens it up just a little bit, and you barely notice it on this. So we're going to center that like that, and then we're going to do the same on this. I think I have some gray and white. Even if I have blue and white, that'll work. Yes, I'm kind of talking to myself. Before I put that part down, I think I want to put no. I was going to put some twine, but I changed my mind. That's something to consider when you're doing this, is you might want to put twine either here or across the top. And if you put it like across the top, I would do it before you lay down your first layer. If you're going to do it this way, depending upon how wide you want it, either do it before the first layer or before the third layer. And I would just tie it in a knot. But now if I was, you know, that's not the side I'm using anyway, so. Alright. So let's get this card in there. I want to make sure I'm putting it on right. I have done cards backwards and upside down, and I turn them into a joke. I had one that I did backwards, and on the inside I said, can you see I'm having a bad day? Perfect. Alright. So, there's my card. It's a simple card. Like I said, you can put a little message here, a little message here. You know, maybe put your name, their name, something like that. And on the inside, we have the white to write on. You can even add white here if you wanted to. You could also change the message into like thank you, and then put a strip here to hold a gift card. Perfect. So this is the one we just made, and if you notice from the original one, which this one is, I actually took and reduced this third layer down so that more of this paper showed. So that is my card featuring Cornish Heritage Farms from Stampers Inc. And like I said, they have a new line coming in. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's see. I know. No, it was earlier in the day. I have her on my Facebook, and she sends out Facebook updates. But no, that's not what I want. And she was so excited to have Amy Flowers there. She kind of forgot to, on Saturdays they do make and takes, and it's $1 a card, and you can make as many cards as you want that just cost you $1. They provide everything. They provide you with the papers, the patterns, access to, here we go. Alright, it's their new signature line that can be used on cards and art journals is coming soon. It's called Inspirations by Riley and Company. And like I said, they do the Funny Bones, they do Riley, and she does the Cornish Heritage, which also includes Thomas Kincaid, the Painter of Light. So this is the stamps that I use, called Rummage Bin. And I use VersaFine ink and Onyx Black. And then I just use cardstock and paper I had in my stash. And I distressed everything with Pumice Stone Distress ink. So if you have a chance, take a look on their Facebook page, take a look at their class schedule. They always have gorgeous samples of the upcoming classes and the cards that you'll be making. And if you go in there, if you visit them because you watched this video and that, just tell them Wendy sent you, and they'll know who it is. And like I said before, everything you saw me use here I purchased myself, and I am just doing this to help promote a really unique, friendly, and fun local stamp store that I support, and that brings you some great artists to give classes in her store. And everything's reasonably priced. So this is my video for this month, and I will be doing another video next month. I'm going to aim for the middle of the month for these Stamper Inc. videos. But like I said, I was going to do this last week and life got in the way. Mother-in-law's got in the way. That's my excuse, and that's what I'm sticking to. So thank you for watching.